Welcome to our video about the famous Tic-Tac-Toe game. In this video, we're going to show how a multiplayer online game was made. We're not coding from scratch. The project was developed with the Spring framework and consists of an online multiplayer tic-tac-toe game where players connect through WebSockets and can play in real time with other users. Let's start with the class that represents a game of tic-tac-toe. It has several attributes, such as the game board, the names of the players, the current player, the winner, and the current state of the game. The class also has a constructor that initializes all these attributes. In addition, it has a method that makes a move to a specific position on the board. The class also has some helper methods, such as one that checks for a winner, and one that updates the game state. Finally, we have a method that checks if the board is full, and another that checks if the game is finished. With this class, we can easily implement a game of tic-tac-toe as an application or online game. This is an initial version and will be improved in the future. This class is a manager for tic-tac-toe games. It is responsible for adding and removing players from games, and storing and retrieving the current games. It has two maps. A map of active tic-tac-toe games, with the game ID as the key, and another map of players waiting to join a tic-tac-toe game, with the player's name as the key. The class has a constructor that initializes these two maps. It also has three main methods. One that attempts to add a player to an existing tic-tac-toe game, or creates a new game if no open games are available. Another that removes a player from their tic-tac-toe game, and another that returns the tic-tac-toe game with the given game ID. It also has some helper methods, such as one that checks if a player is in a tic-tac-toe game, and another that returns the game ID of a player. With this class, we can easily manage multiple tic-tac-toe games, and allow players to easily join and leave games. This class is a controller for handling HTTP requests and rendering the tic-tac-toe game page. It has two methods. One that renders the tic-tac-toe game page with an empty board, and another that does the same thing, but under a different URL name. Both methods create a new model in view object, and fill it with a two-dimensional string object that represents the tic-tac-toe game board. They then return the filled model in view object. This class is used to render the tic-tac-toe game page and display the board to the user. This is a configuration class for setting up WebSocket messaging in the application. It enables the use of STOMP, simple text-oriented messaging protocol, for sending messages between clients and servers. It has two methods. One that registers the WS endpoint, allowing clients to connect to the WebSocket message broker, and another that configures the message broker to use destination prefixes to filter messages. All messages that start with app are routed to the message handling methods, while messages that start with queue, topic, or user are routed to the message broker. The message broker broadcasts messages to subscribed clients that are connected to the broker. This class is used to set up WebSocket messaging in the application, allowing clients to send and receive messages in real time. This is a class that is responsible for handling WebSocket messages and managing tic-tac-toe games. It has several message mapping methods that handle requests from clients, such as requests to join or leave a game, or to make a move in a game. The controller uses a template to send messages to clients through a message broker, and it uses a tic-tac-toe manager object to manage the games. This JavaScript is used to control the online tic-tac-toe game. It allows players to join games and make moves, and updates the user interface to show the current state of the game. It uses the STOMP protocol to send and receive messages between the client and the server. There are several different functions to handle different types of messages that can be received from the server, such as requests to join a game or make a move. When a message is received, the corresponding function is called to handle the message and update the state of the game. Overall, this JavaScript makes the online tic-tac-toe game run smoothly and intuitively for players, allowing them to have fun while playing. This is the HTML code for the tic-tac-toe game page. It includes links to some CSS and JavaScript files, which are used to style and give functionality to the page. The body of the page contains a div with the class game content, which holds the game board and player information. There are also a set of buttons that represent the cells of the board and can be clicked by players to make their moves. At the end of the page, there are scripts that are included, so that the page can connect to the WebSocket and receive real-time updates. To wrap up this video, let's take a look at the implementation of the tic-tac-toe game that we discussed throughout this video. To do this, simply open your browser, and go to http://localhost:8080/. Once the page loads, you should see the game's initial screen, with an empty board and the names of the players not yet filled in. To start playing, simply enter your name. Then simply wait until another player joins the game. When both players are ready, the game will start, and you can make moves by clicking on the empty cells on the board. The current player will be indicated on the screen, as well as the winner of the game, if there is one. I hope you enjoyed this video, and learned a little more about developing old-fashioned games with Spring Boot and WebSocket. See you next time.